Lots of people asked to see my planner and journal setup for 2015, so here we go. This is my planner. It is a vintage Filofax Windsor lock and I love it. It is wonderful. It's a beautiful, beautiful plummy burgundy colour, which I adore. It has a clasp and a zip, which is just, love it. My only complaint about it is that it cracks. The leather is cracking, can you see? The leather is cracking really badly and I don't know how to stop it doing that, so I've got to talk to somebody in the vintage Filofax forum and see if they know how to stop that happening. Because the leather's not dry, the leather doesn't feel dry at all, but it's cracked. So I don't know if that's something particular to this Filofax or what, but need to get that sorted. Anyway, inside, ta-da, we have, in here I've got cards that I don't use very often. So I've got my driver's license, which I only use for ID, I've got my library card, my phone top-ups, my vet things for the doggies. Then I have in this pocket my coloured sticky flags, because we all know I love my coloured sticky flags. I've got my 4 Hobonichi templates, and I have a little fox that Sophie Herden sent me. And because this is a window, I thought, oh, I'll pop him in there. He's cute. In actual fact, I usually keep a SD cards in here, but of course I'm filming on my SD card at the moment, so normally I keep it in a little plastic thing in there. In here I have my little plastic bit of full of stickers. I did talk about this before. This is a Filofax one, obviously, but for some reason the holes are completely wrong. You can see there that these holes are nowhere near where they should be, which makes it very, very stiff to turn. It will not turn. But the little bits that I keep in this pocket tend to disappear into the pocket. So this fits the pocket nicely and just keeps them there where I can grab them easily. So when I'm doing my diary, I can just pull this whole thing out and I've got all my stickers there, my diary stickers, you know I love my diary stickers, I've got my Evernote stickers and everything else. And they're all just in there where it's easy to get to, and I can pull them out rather than having to keep digging into my Filofax thing all the time. And then I've got my prescription, because I've just had new glasses, so I just put that in there until I file it away. The pen I normally use is here on the, I just pop it in here, in the rings. This is the Uniball Jetstream 0.38. It's similar to the ones that you got with the Hobonichi this year, the nude coloured ones. I don't think I've got mine with me, but it's almost identical, except it's a clear barrel instead of a nude colour barrel. I love these pens. They are waterproof and they write beautifully and they don't run out as fast as Calito's. I've had this one since Christmas and I've used it almost constantly, and it's still, the black is there and the blue, which I've barely used, is up here. So there's not a lot of difference. I haven't used a lot of ink out of them and they are refillable, so that's fab. I also have a ballpoint pen back here, purely because with it being on here, sometimes I forget to put it back, and then I'll close my Filofax up and I'll disappear off and I go, oh, I haven't got a pen with me. So I've just, this loop, this pen doesn't fit in. In fact, it's very rare that you can find a pen that fits in this loop. That I think they were made for big biros. So I've just got a Papermate ballpoint in there, so I always have a pen with me. My dashboard cover is the January one from Mrs. Brimble's box for January 2015. I did a review on that if you check a couple of videos back, and I love this. It's so cute, looking up at the moon. He's so sweet. This is her artwork. And, whoops. Just got some sticky notes on the back there and my other flags that I like to use. These sticky notes are I've cut some note paper down. I had some note paper that was just a little bit too wide and a little bit too tall. So I cut the tall bit off and I cut the width off and I punched holes, put them in here, and the bit that was left was this bit, so I put some removable, repositionable tape on it, and just with a tape runner, and now I have sticky notes that match my note paper. Isn't that cool? Then I've got my information page and my please return my Filofax page, and then I've got my schedule. I've got a few sections set up in here. I've got schedule, to do, projects, information, expenses and contacts. And these are the Girl of All Work tabs. So they're removable. And I just have them stuck over the regular tabs. They stick out a bit further, so they're a bit easier to grab hold of. German Shepherd sticker, looks like my gypsy. In here I've got my old diary set pages, just the last couple of months of 2014, because I haven't archived them yet. And I've got my 2014 class list thing. And then Mr. Foxy here, which was Carrie sent me him, and some matching note paper. Isn't it cute? That's my 2015 page, 2014, 2016, and then I have my month on 2 pages. This is the actual Filofax inserts. I didn't bother getting anything else. I quite like the way these are set up. I use this for my schedule and appointments, and I use this column for other people, like my mum and dad are away there, Martin's away there. Anything that's to do with other people that I need to know about it but doesn't directly affect me, I put it in there. And then this is my schedule. I have started just highlighting days where I know I'm going to be filming. I've got things like the art journal weekend, date nights, filming, YouTube filming, optician's appointments, hair appointments, all that kind of stuff, you know, the general bits and pieces. I just find it, all this information is also on my weekly, and I could just use my weeklies, but I just find it easier to see it this way than trying to rifle through 4 or 5 pages worth of weekly layout. It just makes more sense to see it this way for me. So that's my monthlies, and then just at the back here I've got my 2015 vertical planner, which I haven't written in yet. That's the rest of my month through to the end of the year. I think it goes to January 2016. Does it? No, December 2015, and then there's notes pages. Okay, so that's my schedule, and this is my to-dos, which includes my weekly schedule. So I've got another year planner because I can never remember which section I put it in, so I put one in both. My personal information page, list of ongoing projects, and my little wolfie. Isn't he cute? I got the fox and the hound. I got one of each. This is my ongoing projects that I need to finish at some point. And then I've got my contents pages. I am using DIY Fish week on 1 page with notes. So this comes with this is all just, it's a blank sheet actually, it's the year cover page. I haven't used my contacts pages yet, I haven't got anything I needed to put in. This is the cover page for January. I've just put my January bills on there. My little fox. See, fox and hound. Aren't they cute? He's holding together all my previous weeks. And this is what let me show you a blank one. This is what the week on 2 pages and notes look like. So you've got the week here, Monday through to Sunday. Then you have a blank space here, which you could use for journaling or whatever, and then the task list down here. Now, you could, like I say, use this for tasks and this for journaling and this for appointments and have, or notes, whatever, and have all of it in one place. I actually use it slightly differently. I use it for appointments and time stuff that I need to do, or stuff that has to be done that day, or stuff that I need to know about, like the recycling goes out on Thursdays, I've got a Royal Mail delivery coming on Wednesday, I've got to clean on Friday, I've got a hair appointment, you know, the things that I have to do on a particular day. Then I've got my dashboard with, I've just got one of these transparent sticky notes with my stickers on that I use, my diary stickers. Love my diary stickers, of course. This doesn't want to turn today. And then on this side, this is my bullet list of things that I need to do. And this is my list of class stuff that I need to film, YouTube videos I need to film, blog posts I need to do, class stuff that I need to write, and so on. And I've got a very simple system. Once I've started it, like these are all creative writing PDFs that I needed to do. I've done the first 4, and I had already done the first 4 before I got to this week. So Monday, edited the first 2, finished the first 2, finished and edited the third one, finished and edited the fourth one, and so on. These are both filmed, I just need to edit them. So when I've edited them, I'll put the E in there, whatever day I edited them, and then I'll put a black mark saying that, yeah, I've uploaded it and it's scheduled and it's not my problem anymore. So that's how I'm using that. This is my bullet journal list. So I just cross it off, or it's in progress, or I move it. If I move it to another week, I put an arrow and I colour it in to show that I've done it and moved it. If I've moved it elsewhere, I don't colour it in, but I put a note to say where I've moved it to. So this particular to-do, I've moved to my happiness project. I've put HP next to it. This one is way overdue. I really need to sort it out. You can tell by the big yellow arrow and the big red star. Yes, I haven't taken my Christmas tree down yet. That's how busy I've been. I'm hoping to get it down before my birthday next week, but we'll see. Oh, I have markings on this side. Now, this is these are like the P stand. Let me start again. The orange is class stuff for When Frogs Sing. The P means it's planning week, and then we've got a D, which is a drawing week, and then we've got a W, which is a writing week. And each day that I put up something for the class, once I've put it up, I highlight it so that I know I've done it. The pink ones, not surprisingly, are when I've done a YouTube video and it's done. So you can see I've done all of these, but this one is highlighted but not fully. So that means to me I've started doing it, but I've not finished it yet. I need to get it finished. And if I come over here and I look, yeah, January the 17th, it's filmed, it's edited, but I haven't put it up yet. I haven't uploaded it yet. And the reason I hadn't uploaded it was because my website was down, so I couldn't. So I need to finish that off, and just by flicking through I can see where I've done and what I haven't done. So I can tell that this week, straight away, I'm already up to Wednesday, which means that I can look at this and say, right, Wednesday, I'm finishing work at 3 because I'm going out. So before Wednesday, before 3 o'clock, I need to do Thursday, because Thursday will need to go up on Wednesday night and I won't be home. So I need to do that. And then Fridays needs to go up Friday morning because I've got an appointment in the afternoon, and all day Friday I'm doing something else. So really I need to do Saturdays as well before I leave at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. So I can start doing those and working through, and they're all written on here. So that's my Foxy, is my weeks. And over here on my bullet journal list, if I've got something that needs to be done on a particular day, I write the day and I highlight it. So these two were Monday PM. If I've got one that's, that one is Friday. So I could, sorry, Wednesday. So this one I would put, oh, no, I wrote Friday and I meant Wednesday. Wednesday AM. And then I'll just grab my highlighter so that I remember to do it on the day when it's due. So that's fairly simple. It's just appointments and timed stuff I have to do on a particular day. My bullet journal for other things I need to do this week, and then my task list is stuff that I need to do for class, YouTube, work, blog, all that kind of stuff. And I don't tend to highlight ahead of time in these, although I do have a video scheduled for next week. And then we're on to February. So, and the way these print out, it confused me at first, but you get double weeks because this is the 26th to the 30th. Sunday is on the 1st. Sunday the 1st is over here. So you actually get a doubled week. But in the middle, you get a blank page. So you've kind of got a review page for January and a start page for February. So I will probably use these for, you know, carrying forward things that I need to do. Like this one, I will carry forward like I did here. Anything that I need to do in January, anything that I need to do in February can go on there. And I also, I don't know if I showed you this, but on the monthly, I've added a tip in. That's just the things to do. This is just stuff that I have to get done in January. And I'm working my way through them. I've finished that one actually. I'm up to date with that one, so I can mark that one off. That one is done. Doing, in progress. Take down the Christmas decorations. Yep, still haven't done it. Need to do the lounge. That's part of doing the Christmas decorations. Need to do the bedroom. Need to do loads of posts and stuff like that, you know. So I thought that would be a useful way of doing it, because then I can, you know, when I'm looking at this and I can go, well, what have I got to do? Don't really have time to do it this week. When can I do it? Oh, I don't have anything planned for next week, don't have any appointments, so I can spend some time working out, right, Monday I'll work in the morning and afternoon, and in the evening I'll start doing that. Tuesday I'll take the morning off and I'll go and do that, and then I'll work in the afternoon and evening, you know. So I can juggle my time around according to this. And yeah, I totally stole the idea of a fold out from DIY Fish, but I used her inserts, so I feel justified in doing so. I have up until August in here at the moment. I could easily fit up to December in here. I've just been too lazy to print them out. Then I've got my projects section. Now my projects, I've actually taken a massive chunk out of my projects. I bought these My Planner things that you may have seen. I did a review on them at the end of last year. I've got one for my class planning, and I've got one for my YouTube planning, and all of my notes for classes and stuff go in here instead of in my journal, in my Filofax, because yeah, I'm going to fill this up. It's all getting a bit much. So it was just too heavy. So I took out that, and I've got some other bits and pieces in here that I use. I've got a pink list, a couple of lists of YouTube stuff, things that people have asked me, my favourites list for the month. This is the paper that I cut down actually, and I used it as post-it notes because it was too high. So I chopped it off and I put it in my Filofax, and I made post-it notes out of those. It's very cute. It's from Miss Vicky B sent me that. So I've got a few sheets of that. She actually sent me a whole pad, but I've put a few sheets in there. I've got some notes I was making yesterday for class because I was out and I had an idea. So I wrote it on a post-it. That's why I have these tagged post-it notes, so that I can take this out and I can put it in my class planner. Then I've got a crochet pattern. Instead of having to keep looking it up on the internet, I just wrote it out. I've got my art pals when I've received stuff from them and who I've sent to, my reading list, my book list, films, TV list, when I have 5 minutes list, things the fairies have stolen list, which actually all of those are back at the moment. They haven't stolen anything for a while. I've got a list of computer stuff that I need to sort out because if you're in one of my classes or you follow my blog, you will know that my website has had a few issues lately. So I've got a list of things that I need to do to back it up and sort it out during the upcoming and dreaded Mercury retrograde. And then in February, when that's all over, I'll get it all sorted out and set up with the new system. I've got a list of art projects I'm working on, just some spare paper. And then here, I'm not going to show you behind this, but these address pages, everybody has hundreds of these and never knows what to do with them. Here's what I use them for. I put name, address, email, phone number, etc. on this side. And then on this side, I put information about what I'm supposed to be sending that person. So whether it's a swap or it's something from a giveaway, or it's something I've made them, or it's a gift, or it's a promotional thing, or whatever, you know, even if they bought a painting, I write their information in here, I put in what it is they've done, and then I write it off, I tick it off, yes, I've posted it, I've wrapped it, I've sent it, it's arrived, that's done, finished. And then that gives me a list of addresses for people so that, you know, next time I have to send that person something, I don't have to ask them for their address all over again. So that's what I use those for. I've got a big chunk of them in there for stuff that I need to send out to people. And yes, if you're still waiting for something from me, I'm terribly sorry, but I've been really crazy busy. Seriously, crazy busy this year. As evidenced by how few YouTube videos you've seen from me so far. I'm working on it, I promise. Information section, I have my information page. I have my I have a list of websites, list of passwords, which is all coded. Nobody would understand it but me. And then I have my expenses section, which is, this is from My Life All in One Place. It was one of Ray Blake's. You print it out, you fold it up, you stick it together, and it makes a little envelope. I use it for small receipts like bus tickets and things like that. I've got a list of my monthly bills, and I've got a couple of these personal expenses sheets that have just got various different bits of notes and stuff on that I'm not going to share with you. Then I've got my contacts section, which is actual addresses, like things like the plumber and the electrician and stuff like that I need, the vet, numbers and addresses that I need to be able to get hold of quickly. And then this envelope is my emergency envelope with a stamp, because sometimes you just need a white envelope and a stamp. And then at the back of my address section I have, these are my sticky notes that I use, my flags. That's these. They're just post-it notes, but they've got flags on them, so they're easy to find, like so. And these follow my colour coding, so orange is classes, green is money, purple is personal, pink is YouTube and social media, blue is admin and household, and yellow is VIP, do not forget, oh my goodness. And that's all stuck to one of these top loading envelopes, which is, it's actually protecting my pages at the back. I've got some page flags and things stuck to it as well, and in here I've got my Chronodex stickers, so as and when I need one I use one of these. These are on sticky paper, so I just unstick them and stick them to the page, or you know, wherever I'm going to put it. In the back I have another Fox and Hound here, and then I've got a couple of odd bits and pieces in here. I've got my glass memo, the transparent sticky notes, but most of this is pen pal letters that I need to either reply to or file, or you know, a couple of vouchers and things that I need to not lose. In fact, while I remember, I'm going to take my optician's prescription and pop that in the back there, because that's where it should be. So There you go, that's my setup for 2015 for my planner. And this goes everywhere with me. Well, mostly everywhere. I don't always carry my planner and my journal. I'm going to work in one or the other. If I'm not working, I don't take my planner. My journal has not changed. My journal is still my Midori Traveller's Notebook, which is covered in hairs. The dogs are molting like crazy because it's suddenly gone really cold, so they've got their winter coats all of a sudden. This hasn't changed very much at all. This is a craft wallet. This is a genuine Midori. I have tried various versions of various different faux dories that are supposedly better or nicer or better leather or whatever that their makers claim, and I keep coming back to the original. I guess I'm just an original kind of girl. The only one that I use regularly all the time is the one that I got from Janelle, which is, I don't really class that as a traveller's notebook. It's a traveller's notebook style. You know, it's booklets on a piece of elastic, but that's really where the resemblance ends. It's kind of a completely different entity, if you like. It's like saying a Filofax is a 3-ring binder, you know. Yeah, I just keep coming back to this baby. I love it. I love it so much, and it's getting so battered and worn, and it feels so good, and it's got shiny bits, and oh, it's lovely. I love it. Absolutely love this thing. So I've got my craft wallet, original craft wallet, just a little cover thing that I made. This is my written journal. This is the lined journal that Janelle sent me in my Book of Shadows one, actually, but I'm not going to use that in there. I'm using this in this one because it's nice and thick, so I can put quite a lot of writing in there. I do tend to write a lot in here. So back of my craft wallet, and I just got some spare pages and things that are actually note pages for my Filofax. I cut up a Midori lightweight and hole punched it so that I could have some pages for my Filofax without adding a lot of bulk. Got some sticky flags on the back here. I tend to use those when I'm journaling and things. Got my little flower that my friend made me. I haven't changed my diary yet. I need to do that. I haven't even had time to change my diary to 2015 yet. Not diary, calendar. In here I've got some to-dos lists. These are from paperglitter.com, and they're just really cute. They're double-sided, and they've got little Japanese dolls and apples and little bunny rabbits and all sorts. They're just really cute. They're handy if I'm going into town and I'm going to take my journal with me. Rather than my planner, I can just write my shopping list on there, stick it in the front of my journal, and off I go. This one is my creative journal. So in here I've got photographs and writing and bits and pieces that I haven't finished, and drawings, stuff like that. And that's a Midori lightweight. I've got the, oh yeah, this is the back of the zipper wallet, where I've just got my spare credit card, because I keep it separate from my planner and my wallet. I've got some photos I need to put in, a couple of business cards, and my Evernote stickers, which I use in my Commonplace book, which is this one. This is also a lightweight Midori. You've seen this before. Basically, if it doesn't go anywhere else, it goes in my Commonplace book. I keep getting loads of people asking me, what's a Commonplace book? How do I use it? How do I set it up? Da 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 da. It's just a notebook where you put stuff that doesn't go anywhere else. So for instance, if I find a really interesting snippet of something, like a book recommendation, acrylic solutions, layer by layer, Chris Cozen and Julie Pritchard, I shove it in here. Bocchetto, Japanese, the act of gazing vacantly into the distance without thinking. It was just interesting, so I wrote it down. A want list. I've got various different notes that I've made on various different things, usually when I've been reading or watching TV. My spring cleaning list from last year, which I will be reusing fairly soon because it's almost spring again and it's time to start all over again. Living Next Door to a Psychopath, book recommendation from Miss Vicky B. Conversations I've had with companies about stuff. You know, my animal psychology syllabus. 22 lessons from Stephen King on how to be a great writer. You know, it's just stuff that I found interesting that I thought, you know, I'm going to put that in my book. And yeah, I could just as easily have put it in my journal, but I go through my journals quite quickly, so I like to keep my Commonplace book separate. That's all it is. It really is. It's nothing exciting. It's just a book, a notebook of stuff that doesn't go in my planner, doesn't fit in my journal, doesn't fit anywhere. It just fits in my Commonplace book. I've got my... You know, I've tried all sorts of fancy pens for writing and everything else. I still go back to my blue Bics. I love my Bic ballpoints. And I've got a pink pen. I think this is the Papermate Flare. Yeah, Papermate Flare Medium, just for like highlighting stuff. So that's my journal, my everyday journal. Obviously not particularly filled in at the moment because it's still early in January and I haven't really got an awful lot done yet. I've had a lot of technical issues with my class site, so I haven't caught up on all my class stuff, but that's going to be this afternoon's thing while I'm waiting for videos to render. And then finally I have this. This is brand new. I just got this morning. It's the Midori Traveller's Notebook, passport size in black. I wanted to see what the black was like versus the brown, and a lot of people said that the brown wears very well. Like it gets a lot of marks and scuffs and things, but the black is a little more resilient to it. And this is going to live in my handbag, so yeah, I wanted it to be a little bit more resilient to looking battered. This is my go everywhere notebook, so I don't have to take my planner, I don't have to take my journal, I don't have to take anything. I can just shove this in my bag, take it with me. I have in here again, this is a genuine Midori. This is the black with the red elastic band. I have the booklet that came with it, which I intend to use as a mini version of my journal. So when I'm out and about, if I want to draw or sketch or write or whatever, I can put it in there. I have a craft pocket. I've just set this up this morning, so it's not got an awful lot in it yet, but these will fill out with bits and pieces. I have the MD Traveller's Notebook passport book, which it's not quite as thin as the lightweight paper, but it's, I think, 90 pages instead of 60. This one's 60 pages, this one's bigger. But it's thinner paper, not much thinner. And this is going to be for my happiness project. I want something specifically that I can take with me. And this one, you know, if I want to just shove some coins or cash in here and my credit card in the back and just take this with me, then I can just take this with me, and I like that. So yeah, this is going to be my happiness project in here. Obviously I'm going to get through more than one book, I would assume, but this is going to be mostly for my notes from the reading. And then I will probably use this one as kind of a journal and happiness project lists and things like that. And then this one is just a general notebook. It's kind of like a little version of my Commonplace book. These are the little pretty books that I got from... Sorry, I'm off screen. These are the little pretty books that I got from The Works for... I think they're £1 for 2. They're very nice. They're lovely paper, lovely cream. It's very like the cotton cream paper. And the back half is perforated, so you can take them out if you want to. So it's great for lists and things because it doesn't destroy the binding of your book when you take them out. So that is that. So that's my little Go Anywhere book. I don't have my appointments written in here, you will notice. I don't have any planner stuff, because what I've started doing is we've got our Google Calendars set up to sync. So whenever I have something that goes on my monthly calendar here, rather than putting it in my, writing it in here and then writing it in there as well, I write it in here and then I put it in my Google Calendar, because then my mum and Martin and everybody else can see, you know, when I'm busy. Don't even ask me if I'm free that day, I'm not. And I also put my filming schedule in there so they know not to call me before 5 o'clock or whatever. So that's just what's working for me. Similarly with my project notes, once I've got so many project notes or, you know, things like this, I wrote this down, but then I photographed it and I put it in Evernote. So when I was sat at my computer last night and went, oh damn, where's that thing I wrote in my planner? Actually, where's my planner? What have I, oh, it's downstairs. Oh, I have to go and get it. No, I don't, because I put it in Evernote. So that's nice and useful. So there you go, that's my planner, my journal, my happiness project little notebook, carry about every day in my bag thing. And I've also got my 2 planners, which I've done a previous video on. I've got one for my class planning and one for my YouTube planning and blog and other stuff. And these live on my desk so that I don't have to carry it all around in my Filofax. That's it. That's my lineup. And hopefully that's going to stay as my lineup for a considerable chunk of this year, because I don't want to be messing about with trying 15,000 different things. I did that last year. I've tried all the setups that I've tried. I always come back to the same thing. Or, you know, there's a few things I've implemented, like I swapped from the Day on 2 page DIY fish because, like a lot of other people, I felt the pressure to fill it all in and not have gaps. And I didn't like, there was so many pieces of paper to print out. It was such a chore to print out just 1 month. Whereas with these, I printed all of them out up to August in about 2 hours, and the only reason I didn't finish the rest was because somebody called me and then it was too late to be printing. So, you know, these are really easy to do. I can print the other 4 months just sometime when I'm rendering videos or something. My Midori, I love my Midori. I just do. I don't know what it is about this little thing, but the closest version of it that I've got, the closest Fodori version I've got, is the green one that Ray Blake's made me, which I do use. I have a book in there that is a list of all the art pieces that I've ever made. And, you know, when they've been sold and stuff like that. But this is my journal. I love this thing as my journal. And of course, I have my A5 Hobonichi, which I'm just using as my doodle diary. I do that at the end of the day when I'm winding down. That's it. That's my lineup.